So there's a Bitcoin expert. We talked about him today. His name is Andreas Antonopoulos. We were supposed to have him on the show, and he's been through London a couple times. He's one of the best spokesperson I've seen on Bitcoins. But what he does is when he travels anywhere, he goes to Berlin, goes somewhere else, takes a taxi ride, he offers to pay the guy in Bitcoin. And he's like, look, you can download a wallet right now. What's the price of the fare? I'll give you a tip. I'll give you Bitcoin. And he's trying to pay his rent in Bitcoin. So it's like this MIT guy.
Yeah.
The more you get, or your ATM, the more you get people to use it, then I guess it just builds, right?
Yeah. There's a Forbes article by an author, I can't remember her name, but it's a woman. She's done this every couple of years now, or every year, I think, about trying to live a week on Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And it just came out a couple of weeks ago, and it was so, right, did you see that?
Yeah.
It was so much better than the year before. She was like, this time it was easy.
Is she in San Francisco?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I mean, it's not in London, it's not in Europe, so obviously it's a little bit more advanced there. But she was saying, before I couldn't pay for anything, now actually I can find food, I can find shelter.
I remember reading it last year, it was literally like every day she went to the same shop, to the same
shop.
food, it wasn't, it wasn't great.
Exactly.
Now the pictures are brilliant, all sorts of different stuff.
What about in London right now? What can you actually buy in Bitcoins? What can you go and do?
I'm really interested.
You can buy e-cigarettes at the Vape Lab.
There you go.
Okay. You can buy, I think very soon you'll be able to buy burritos at Box Park, and we're going to try and plug in all the Box Park merchants into it.
Yeah.
So if enough people ask them, get out there and ask them,
Now we're talking.
then they'll start accepting it. I want to blitz Spitalfields Market, Brick Lane, just get anyone who shops in the East End of London will see Bitcoin accepted here.
Right. If you're not from London, these are kind of like the cool and the tech centers of London where we're located. And Box Park is like this whole pop-up network with all sorts of new cool shops. Great way to get it adopted. You're the e-commerce king.
Box Park use Emetria.
They do.
They just went on a free trial right now.
With the shirt with the logo. But you deal with e-commerce. That's your business.
Absolutely. That's
what
we do day in, day out.
Are these companies slow to adopt? Do they want to adopt? Does it depend on the retailer?
I've got to be honest. The ones that we work with, they're advanced, but they're not quite ready for Bitcoin. Some of the really cool ones. So Box Park, very tech focused in terms of location, in terms of the audience, right? The people, the customers that come through.
Yeah.
So for them, it'll be hip. It'll be an awesome press release. There's lots coming from it. But the other guys, I mean, they're very cutting edge, but they probably won't see a benefit immediately from offering Bitcoin. We've got a couple on Shopify right now that can already take Bitcoin. They've never actually processed a Bitcoin payment.
Right.
So it's still kind of early days for the e-commerce side, right? I mean, obviously BitPay have done really well, so there must be some traction. People must be.
I found there's a mixed thing as well. When you tell everybody that you accept Bitcoin on your Shopify store, immediately you get a whole load of extra hits. So even if at the start people aren't paying with it, which it takes, you need to build both sides. You need merchant adoption for customer adoption as well. But as soon as you start accepting Bitcoin, people will come and
PR
see
move.
you. And, it's perfect
So
PR
2
move.
years from now, what percentage of e-commerce transactions will be
Ooh,
in Bitcoin?
nice. Still small. Still, I reckon
too.
even under 1%.
Okay.
I genuinely think under
Fair enough.
1%.
5 years?
5 years it'll come up, but it'll still be definitely under 10% for a decade, I'd say.
Okay, that's still a lot.
It'll come, definitely.
It'll come.
Definitely.
I mean, I love it. Obviously, I have a shit day and I go downstairs and I put my light on my bike and I cycle home and I'm grinning by the time I get home. And it's a funny thing because a lot of the comments were how they've noticed people seeing them obviously more and thumbs up from other cyclists and taxi drivers and bus drivers. And a few interesting insights that I hadn't thought of when I was designing it was they realised a lot of people commented about how when drivers overtake them, they take longer to cut back in than they would otherwise. They'd wait till they've gone past the projection and then cut back in a few yards ahead rather than just nipping straight in.